Daily Broadside Day 919. Tell you a story, okay? This was probably last January, February, whatever, right? I go up to help out one of my TikTok followers in nearby Virginia, just over the border, an hour away, right? And I'm driving up there on a Sunday, and then the following Sunday, she needs some help with a bunch of crap, right? So I go up there, and like I said, I left, it was probably 7 a.m. So I get up there by 7:30, 7:45. I pass by this Citgo, and I stop in and I grab a Fairlife chocolate milk, because I find that to be the best chocolate milk that planet Earth has ever made, right? And it's just me and this dude, right? He's got this old beat up Explorer parked out in the parking lot, and then me, right? Nobody else is there. So I go in, I get the milk, I walk up to the counter, and I place it down, and the guy says something to the effect of, he's like, "Oh, Fairlife, that's the best milk. I drink a half a gallon of that a day. Good choice." And I was like, "Yeah, that's good. I don't know if I should drink a half a gallon a day. I mean, I could drink a half a gallon a day. That's not the point, but that's not really, I don't think you want to put that much milk in your body on a daily basis. But nevertheless, he can do him, right?" So I leave, I pay, I get back in my truck, and I go home. The next week, exact same time almost, right? And I go through there, and I'm like, "Stop, get me a Fairlife milk." I do the exact same thing, right? Roughly the same time. I go up, it's just me, the guy, and his broken Explorer in the parking lot. I go up to the counter, and I put it up there, and he's like, "Fairlife milk, that stuff's so good. That's my favorite milk. I drink a half a gallon." And I'm looking at him, I'm like, I wanted to be like, "Do you not remember me here?" Whatever the week-long equivalent of 24 hours ago is. I feel like I would stand out, but maybe I've never worked in a convenience store and served 100 people a day. I don't know. Anyway, I feel like I would recognize people better than that. And so I'm all right. And so I go back about my business, whatnot. That was in the early part of the year, right? Well, I go back up there yesterday to help with some more stuff, right? And on my way up there, this time I leave at 6 a.m. And by the time I get up there, it's after 7. I pass by the store, and I didn't want any milk. I mean, I could drink it, don't get me wrong, because I could drink that stuff any time of day. If somebody handed me one at any point, I'd be like, rock and roll. It's go time, right? And it just, but you don't want to just drink milk just to drink milk. It has to be. It's not important. So I go by there, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna step in here, because I see his Explorer as I'm coming through the windy part. I see the vehicle, and I'm like, I'm just gonna test myself and test this whole situation and see what happens. So I go in there and I pull in. Sure enough, it's his Explorer. He's still working. Whatever. He's over to the right. I go all the way to the left. I get the milk. Right. I go up to the counter. He says the same thing. Now, a couple things. All right. Number one, it's September. That was 8 months ago at least. It might have been even late December. I don't remember. I just know it was, sometime the early part of the year, or the late part of the year, whatever you want to call it. But the second thing is, he's done that to me 3 times. And I don't think he's doing it because he's like, "Oh, here comes that guy. I'm going to get him with the fire." Nobody would do that. That would be psychotic behavior. And I'm certain that the Citgo Corporation has a very strict hiring process with regards to, mental faculties, and I'm sure they do rigorous testing and screening to make sure people are of sound mind, right? At any rate, so I don't think he's just joshing me, right? I love that as a verb. And but I do think that it is insane to me to think how many Fairlife little bottles they've sold in the last 8 months when that guy was working. Does he say that to every single person? And if he does, there's so many things that we need to just kind of unpack and break apart. Is he crazy? Because does he think that many people will care that he likes that milk just like they do? Or is he just looking for a new friend, somebody to converse with, to kill the doldrum and melancholy that is his Citgo existence? Because it's kind of out of the way. It's not really near much of a town per se. It's kind of I don't know. Yeah, but maybe that makes it popular. I don't know. All I know is the 3 times I've been in there, ain't anybody been in there but me and Dr. Fairlife over there. But so there's that. And here's the other thing. Like, if 3 people are in line, like let's say it's the lunch crowd, right? If 3 people are in line, and he recognizes that they've all got a Fairlife that they're getting ready to check out, does he just address the first one and be like, man, I got to tell all of y'all, like it's Jesus talking to the fish people and the bread and the loaves people on the banks of the Mississippi. What river was Jesus on? The Thames, the Jerusalem River. What? Why can I not think of the river that Jesus dealt with? The Nile Valley, but that's in Africa. We've completely changed subjects, but that's not important. So what was I saying? Something about so he's like, my friends, just so you know, this is my favorite milk, and all of y'all are buying what I drink a half a gallon a day. It makes no sense to me whatsoever. Like, this guy, and I'll tell you right now, if I ever head up that road again, and there's likely that I will, because it's like the only way to get to this particular town from my house, and he says it a 4th time, I'm gonna have to say something. I'm gonna have to, like, dude, I've been in here 4 times over the last 9.5 months, and you've said that exact same thing. Do you say that to every person? And if so, are you saying that like hundreds of times a month? Like, it's insane. This is a very popular milk brand. It's just crazy. So there's that. At any rate, y'all have a great Sunday morning. I am going to go do a couple things for an hour or 2, and then I'm going to go home and I'm going to read all day long, and I can't wait. It's going to be so relaxing.